Okay, students, now this is the session 2 of today's lecture. So, in this lecture, in this session, we are going to discuss, I'm going to deliver the more valuable terminologies, principles, and philosophies regarding the how to gain this art. And we will also discuss certain questions during the course of cross examination, what question you are allowed to ask. So here's the further slides. So students, the big difference of cross examination in the discovery of the depositions versus the cross examination at the trial. So there are different purpose. The purpose, we can say. So I would like to invite your attention, your focus towards the slide as well as the lecture. Uh, the different purpose. What is the different purpose? One thing is clear: the right to cross-examine is a valuable right of the party and is a means of discovering the truth of which he should not be lightly deprived. A mean to cross-examine the witnesses on a material part of his evidence would give rise to an inference that truth of his statement had been accepted. Such unchallenged statement of witnesses should be given full credit and usually accepted as a true unless displaced by reliable, cogent, and clear evidence. Where a portion or material part of the statement, if not questioned in cross-examination, then it would be deemed to have been accepted and admitted by the opposite party. If a specific assertion material to the controversy of the case made by the witness is not challenged in a cross-examination by putting contrary suggestions, then same is to be given full credit and accepted as true unless rebutted by the reliable, cogent, and clear evidence. Innocent admission by the respondent who is unaware of the legal implication of his replies to the question put to him during cross-examination would not advance the case of opponent which otherwise is not established by his own testimony. The purpose of cross-examination is to assist the court in bringing the truth to light by disclosing of the clarifying matters which witness may wish to conceal or confuse from motives of the partnership. There is a regrettable practice among a class of lawyers to use prolonged cross-examination for the purpose of leading a witness into error after his alertness has been reduced through fatigue and his resistance to suggestions made in the form of leading questions has thereby been reduced. Such a practice is plainly designed not for the disclosure of the truth but for the manipulation of error. And we take this opportunity of expressing our entire disapproval of the use of the such method. So students, deposition means an examination. So fact of witness is your mission. So what will be our mission during cross examination? Find out the everything the witnesses knows. Get the witnesses to talk by the mouth of the fish's cart. Set clearly defined limits on the witnesses' knowledge, closing the corral, unpack and break down each speech, set up witnesses for trial process in clear, crisp sound bites. Obtain agreement on matters not in dispute and matters which support your story. So you have to obtain agreements on the matters which support your जो है आपकी story को, not the disputed matters. Establish a timeline sequence of the events. Tell the story. Do not ask any lengthy cross-examination, which actually attract and please your client, but it is the not way जो है आप क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन जो है मर आस्किंग क्वेश्चंस नॉट जो है क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन नहीं है. इसका स्टेटस क्या है? Cross examination, though a very powerful, is also a very dangerous engine. It is double-edged weapon and is often wounds him who wields ये एक मैक्सिम है कि ये जो आप क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन है ये एक डबल एज जो है वेपन है। वो क्यों? इज ऑफन वांट्स हिम हु वेट्स इट as him at home it is aimed to wield it to advantage requires great practice and natural tact। अगर इसको क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन से आप ग्रेट एडवांटेज लेना चाहते हैं तो वो जो ये स्किल है वो नीड्स प्रैक्टिस एज वेल एज जो है वो एक नेचुरल गॉड गिफ्टेड जो है वो टैक्ट होता है, एक्ट होता है। In the hands of the raw and inexperienced advocate, we frequently जो है see it do more in injury than good to his cause। Yet it is in this branch of forensic practice that the youthful advocate is most eager for display। The old and very pleader जो है remembers that the witness is hostile to him and is perhaps on the watch inflict damage on his cause। Every question is likely to give such a witness an opportunity of clinching the nail he has driven before, if not of starting a new matter which the chief examination may not have elicited, but which may be further pursued on re-examination। Therefore, unless there's some very good ground for believing that the witnesses can be broken down or convinced of falsehood, it is rarely good policy to submit him to severe cross-examination। Sometimes a cross-examination is a little more than affectations, in order that the pleader may not seem to let the witness go without question, as if he were totally impregnable and few questions and asked to shake his credit or show the weakness of his memory। Sometimes too, a cross-examination may have a fishing object of the eliciting some haphazard reply which will open up matter favorable to the examiner or further persuade. But generally speaking, a cross-examination is to be warily approached and the way carefully felt। It use should be जो है sparing, yet in mufassil practice the cross-examination are scarcely less remarkable for their length than the utter irrelevancy and the futility of their character। So the very object and purpose of cross-examination is a matter of fact is to impeach the accuracy, credibility and general value of the evidence given by the witness, to detect or expose जो है discrepancy or elicit जो suppress and conceal facts supporting the case of cross-examination। Cross-examination is meant to test the veracity of the witnesses and to meanwhile to lay the foundation of defense version। The defense, as a matter of fact, in a criminal case can only succeed if it is founded in cross-examination and does not seem to be planted। No testimony of witnesses can be used against a person unless the deponent submits himself to the test of cross-examination। So the object of cross-examination is twofold, that is to bring out a desirable fact of case, modifying his chief examination or establishing cross-examination on case, and to impeach the credit of witnesses। A statement not challenged in cross-examination having material bearing upon the merits of the case be pursued to be correct। A portion of the statement of witnesses going unchallenged, same has to be accepted in evidence। सो स्टूडेंट फर्दर गाइडलाइंस जो उसमें क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन की जो गाइडलाइंस है, दीज आर द गाइडलाइंस हाउ टू क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन विटनेस से क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन किस तरह करना चाहिए, उसकी गाइडलाइंस आर जो दीज आर द गाइडलाइंस वेरी एसेंशियल। डू नॉट क्रॉस एग्जामिन इन सच अ मैनर एज टू गिव रूम to an effective and damaging re-examination। Put a question in a form so as to elicit answer in affirmative। When a witness has given some evidence in your favor, you should not discredit him by showing him unworthy of belief। Do not praise a witness who refused to answer a material question। A refusal to answer an evasion of your question will frequently to more serviceable to you than words। When you secure some points in cross-examination, leave it and divert the mind of the witness to some other question of no relevancy at all। Do not argue with witnesses. Avoid being led into an argument with the witness. Never commence cross-examination of witness without the best preparation and without posting yourself with all necessary detail concerning the witness and the points you want to prove. Number 7, always attack the witness in the weakest of the point at opening. Number 8, do not cross-examine a witness as to his character severely. Never attack man's character unless you have a record of it. Number 9, do not make too much material discrepancies. The cross-examination must be relevant to prove or disapprove the real controversy. Number 10, do not fish out unnecessary information in cross-examination. It is very necessary. Number 11, never begin cross-examination without purpose. Never put a question in cross-examination without being able to give a reason for it. No question should be asked without an object. Number 12, stop cross-examination when you have got your point. Do not proceed further than necessary. Do not put a question asking explanation which the deponent has not exposed. Number 13, do not repeat question in cross-examination. Number 14, never create impression in the mind of witnesses that you are his enemy or that you distrust him even if you have to elicit something unpleasant from him. Number 15, your attitude with the court should be calm and cordial so that you may be able to seek indulgence of the court if so desired. Further, student 16 point जो है, do not lose your temper and never prove exhibition of ill feelings. And last guidelines जो है, these are the golden guidelines you have to follow. Avoid strengthening your opponent's case by eliciting answers that were omitted in chief examination or which could not be asked in chief examination. So now what will be the principles? A witness may be examined as to previous statements made by him in writing or reduced into writing and relevant to matters in question without such writing being shown to him or being proved. Purpose of examination is firstly to test the credibility of the witnesses and then to bring true facts on the record which he has either not brought on the record or has deliberately concealed. A party can ask question in cross-examination according to pleading and not on an issue which was not agitated and which in fact has been admitted contrary to what has been suggested in cross-examination. Unnecessarily length and relevant cross-examination of the witnesses should be avoided so far as possible for minimizing agony of the accused. The scope of cross-examination need not be confined to the fact to which the witnesses testifies in his examination chief, as the opposite party is free to cross-examine the witnesses in the light of his own defense. Accused in criminal trial is entitled to adduce in cross-examination fact in support of his defense, though facts elicited may have to no relation to the facts of which witnesses have testified. Parties witnesses deposing against the party, cross-examination of such witnesses not necessarily if what he stated was otherwise not worthy of belief. The object of cross-examination is to extract truth from the witnesses. To achieve this objective, the cross-examination must confine to the matter which are relevant. It is very mandatory. If parties are fail to cross-examination the witnesses, it means they have admitted whatever stated by the witnesses in chief examination. So cross-examination, the integral important part of the trial, and it cannot be ignored. And yes, in a criminal trial, further more point, cross-examination by accused. Who will cross-examine the witnesses? Opponents, जो advocates होते हैं, they are right to ask the question during cross-examination. Opposite client, जो opposite party होती है, उसका वकील. दूसरा, in criminal trial जो है, accused himself जो है, वो putting a new question by accused himself could not be termed as the cross-examination. Accused entitled to resummon the PW for cross-examination after he enters on defense. Permission to cross-examination a party's own witnesses does not tantamount to expression of the opinion by the court that the witness is not truthful. Object is to test veracity और ड्यूरिंग एग्जामिन जो है वंस मैटर्स फिक्स फॉर द एविडेंस court जो है normally they will not delay, they will not adjourn the matters, uh, it will not accepted, it will not liked कि जो है parties will keep filing adjournments. तो उसके लिए एक sufficient cause होता है. Parties are जो है required to show the sufficient cause to file the adjournment और जो है केस को मुलतवी कराना जो है वो cross examine when not completed. A witness is otherwise cross examined fully or for occasion on all aspect of the case and disabled from appearing for rest of the cross examination held. Statement of such a witness should be read in evidence when a witness after cross examination chief and before cross examination dies or cannot attend the court, the evidence is admissible, but its probative value may be very small and may even be disregarded. If the examination of witness is substantially complete and witness is prevented by जो है death, sickness or other cause mentioned in the जो है section 33 जो है of Evidence Act from the finishing his testimony, it ought not to be rejected entirely, but if not so far advanced substantially to be complete, it may be rejected. When owing to a refractory attitude of a witnesses who obstinately refused to answer question to the court was constrained to the terminate cross-examination held the evidence of such witnesses are not legal testimony. तो क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन अगर एविडेंस इनकम्प्लीट हो जाती है जो विटनेस या तो सिक हो जाए या नॉट एबल टू कंटिन्यू फर्दर एविडेंस आफ्टर चीफ एग्जामिनेशन, तो उसकी वेरासिटी क्या होगी, तो देखा जाएगा कि क्योंकि विदाउट क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन एविडेंस जो है वुड नॉट बी कंप्लीट, वो कंप्लीट नहीं होती. उसके लिए ज़रूरी होता है कि तो उसमें फर्दर स्टूडेंट्स जो है नाउ क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन की जो नेचर है स्कोप है विद दी हेल्प ऑफ अदर आर्टिकल्स, जो दूसरे आर्टिकल्स हैं अगर उसके साथ उसको स्टडी किया जाए, so what will be the scope and what will be the importance and what will be the object of this article and the what will be the value and veracity of the cross examination. और देर आफ्टर जो है उसके बाद जो हम जो लास्ट सेशन होगा, दिस इज द सेकंड सेशन. अब इस सेशन इन दिस सेशन जो है एज पर दी जो है आर्टिकल 140 ऑफ कानून शहादत, a witness may be cross examined as to previous statement made by him in a writing or reduced into writing and relevant to the matters in question without such writing being shown to him or being proved. But if it is intended to contradict him by the writing, his attention must, before the writing can be proved, be called to those parts of it which are to be used for the purpose of contradicting him. The very nature and scope, Article 14 of Qanun Shahada states that a witness may be contradicted with his previous statement where a party has gone into the witness box on the point in issue and in the witness box involves the denial of the previous admission or runs counter to that admission. Then the previous admission cannot be used as a legal audience in the case against that party unless the attention of the witnesses during cross-examination is drawn to that statement and he is confronted with the specific portion of the statement which are sought to be used as admissions. Without complying with the procedure laid down in the Article 140, the admissions contained in the previous statement cannot be used as legal evidence against that party. Where the statement relied on is the admission are ambiguous or vague, it is obligatory on the party who relies on them to draw cross-examination the attention of the opponent to the said statement before he can be permitted to use them for the purpose of contradicting the evidence on oath of the opponent. The underlying objective of Article 140 are twofold. Firstly, that the witnesses should be given opportunity to explain the inconsistency between a statement in court and his previous statement, and secondly, it equips the other side to impeach the veracity of the witnesses by showing the person was not credible. Article 140 pertains to the cross-examination This article is to be read with the Article 151, sub-article 3 of the Qanun-e-Shahadat. Although these two articles cater from different aspects, yet the aims both are overlapping. Article 151 Qanun-e-Shahadat states that credit of witnesses may be impeached by proof of formal statements which were inconsistent with any part of his statement in court. The objective of Article 151 is to demonstrate it that the person in the witness box is not credit worthy. The Article 151, sub-article 3, however, does not provide the manner of proof of earlier inconsistent statement. While Article 140 provides such machinery, certain facts brought on record by the defense himself through cross-examination cannot be equated with the previous statement. In order to avail benefit of the contradictory previous statement, it is necessary that the same should be put to the witnesses or the opposite party when they appear in the witness box, and a specific portion should be confronted and the person in the witness box asked to explain alleged contradiction. Previous statement without following such a procedure cannot be used as legal evidence. Further article students, Article 133, 135, 140, 143 and 150 of the Qanun-e-Shahadat provides for impleading the credit of witnesses by cross-examination. Article 140 indicates once the modes in which the credit of witnesses may be impeached. Resort to this article, of course, is necessary only if a witness denies that he made the formal statement. This article provides that witnesses may be cross-examined as to previous statement made by him in writing or reduced into writing and relevant to matters in question, without such writing being shown to him or being proved. But if it is intended to contradict him by writing, his attention must, before the writing can be proved, he called to those parts of it which are to be used for the purpose of contradicting him. Close proximity appears between provision 161 sub-article 3 of Criminal Procedure Code and Article 140 of Qanun-e-Shahadat in view of the identical words reduced into writing in the two provisions of law, which suggests that the witnesses who result from the statement previously reduced into writing 161.3 CRPC can be cross-examined under the Article 140 Qanun-e-Shahadat. A witness may be questioned as to his previous written statements for two purposes. It may be to test his memory, and the very object would be defeated if the writing were placed in his hand before the questions were asked, or it may be to contradict him. And here it would be obviously unfair not to give him every opportunity of seeing how the matter really stands. So, students, these are the very much important articles I draw the very important of the different articles. Some of articles we are going to discuss in जो है future lectures. जिस तरह अभी हमने 133 आर्टिकल तक जो डिटेल में पढ़ा है, लेकिन जो मैंने अभी आपको रेफरेंसेस दिए कुछ आर्टिकल्स के, उसको फर्दर हम पढ़ेंगे अभी आगे. जिस आर्टिकल 140 और 151 जो है वो रिलेटेड है क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन से. 136 जो 137 आर्टिकल्स हैं, सो वी विल डिस्कस जो है इसको हम फर्दर इसको पढ़ेंगे इंशाल्लाह जो है नेक्स्ट क्लासेस में. आज क्योंकि इसका पढ़ना इसलिए लाजमी था क्योंकि हमारी आज की क्लास जो है क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन की क्लास जो है इसको हम पढ़ रहे हैं. तो स्टूडेंट्स इस सेशन में हमने जो है कुछ इम्पोर्टेंट प्रोविजंस जो है उसको डिस्कस किया और उसके साथ हमने जो है उसकी जो गाइडलाइंस हैं, प्रिंसिपल्स हैं, वो वी हैव आल्सो डिस्कस जो है वो इसके साथ इस सेशन में हमने इसको पढ़ा और इसकी इम्पोर्टेंस को, और फर्दर जो है फर्दर दूसरे आर्टिकल्स के साथ इसके जो है फर्दर हमने इसको साथ डिस्कस किया. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, आई सजेस्ट यू कि आप इन तीनों सेशंस को गौर से सुने और गौर से देखें, क्योंकि लास्ट अभी सेशन जो होगा उसमें मैं आपको पॉल ब्राउन्स के जो गोल्डन प्रिंसिपल्स हैं उसको भी मैं डिस्कस करूंगा रिगार्डिंग द क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन. वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, वो प्रिंसिपल्स जिसकी बुनियाद पे हम क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन का स्किल जो है उसको हम समझ सकते हैं। तो मैं सजेस्ट करूंगा कि लास्ट सेशन आप ज़रूर पार्टिसिपेट करें, इसको ज़रूर जो है उसको वॉच करें या सुने, और फर्दर उस पर आप रिसर्च करें, उसको फर्दर पढ़ें इन द लाइट ऑफ केस लॉज और मुख्तलिफ थ्योरीज और मुख्तलिफ सीनियर एडवोकेट्स। अब ये किसी किताब से जो है आपको या किसी लेक्चर से आपको ये आर्ट नहीं मिलेगा, ये आपकी एक्सपीरियंस, आपकी प्रैक्टिस और आपकी इट इज ये गॉड गिफ्टेड भी होता है, ये इसमें आपको परफॉर्म करना होता है। तो इसके लिए आपको प्रैक्टिस जो है अपने कंसिस्टेंसी परसिस्टेंसी के साथ और सब्र और तहम्मुल और जो है उसके साथ अगर आप उसको कंटिन्यू करेंगे, और बाय वाचिंग नॉट ओनली ऑब्जर्विंग योर सीनियर बट अदर प्रोमिनेंट लॉयर्स, जब आप कोर्ट में जाएं तो सबका स्टाइल को आप वॉच करें, उनके क्वेश्चंस को आप देखें, और हर केस के साथ उस क्वेश्चन जो है उसका डिफरेंट होते हैं, सिचुएशन बेस्ड केस टू केस जो है उसके किस तरह ये एक आर्ट होता है, किस तरह क्वेश्चन बनाने हैं। विटनेस को भी देखा जाता है, तो उस इन्वायरमेंट को, एटमॉस्फेयर को भी देखा जाता है, तो उस सब को आप जब उस वक्त आप सक्सेसफुल क्वेश्चन बना के जो है वो केस को आप जो है और मजबूत कर सकते हैं और सामने वाले का केस कमजोर कर सकते हैं। तो उसके बाद जो है हम नेक्स्ट सेक्शन स्टार्ट करेंगे अभी।